Okay, there. Sorry about that, guys. What's up, everybody? This is Tasha. Let's see here. Just checking to make sure it's actually showing up on YouTube. Because, it happens. If I lose you, it's because of the storms. Something pretty serious that I want to talk to y'all about. Let's see. Yeah, it's not showing up on the screen yet on my YouTube. Maybe it'll show up here in a second. Make sure my phone's turned all the way down. Don't want to turn it off. Just don't want to turn it down. Okay, let's see. Okay, I see myself on the screen now. All right. If you're out there, let me know. Just want to talk to y'all about something that I saw. I'm going to see if I can screen share. Hey, MCK, how are you? Good to see you. I haven't done this screen share before, so wasn't quite sure. Okay. Okay, let me see. Let me see if it'll let me show this screen. Let's see if is it showing this Forbes article? Hang on, I'm gonna listen to myself here and see where I'm at. Okay, MCK, thanks for coming by. Hang on, I'm gonna listen to myself here and see where I'm at. Okay, MCK, thanks for coming by. Yeah, it's not showing the screen share. Darn it. What am I doing wrong? Okay, let's see. This is in StreamYard. Chrome tab, let me look. Okay, maybe that one right there. Thanks, MCK. I haven't done the screen share before. Okay, why isn't it letting me? There we go. Now share. There we go. Okay, so this article is from January 11th, 2021. And I'll just say Bill Yates here. Bill Yates venture aims to spray dust into the atmosphere to block the sun. What could go wrong? And this is from Forbes. And I'll just say Micro Hards billionaire founder Will Yates is financially backing the development of sun-dimming technology that would potentially reflect sunlight out of Earth's atmosphere, triggering a global cooling effect. The Stratospheric Controlled Perturbation Experiment, SCOPEX, launched by Harvard University scientists, aimed to examine this solution by spraying non-toxic calcium carbonate dust into the atmosphere, a sun-reflecting aerosol that may offset the effects of global warming. Widespread research into the efficacy of solar geoengineering has been stalled for years due to controversy. Opponents believe such science comes with unpredictable risks, including extreme shifts in weather patterns not dissimilar to warming trends we are already witnessing. Environmentalists similarly fear that a dramatic shift in mitigation strategy will be treated as a green light to continue emitting greenhouse gases with little to no changes in current consumption and production patterns. SCOPEX will take a small step in its early research this June near the town of Sweden, where the Swedish Space Corporation has agreed to help launch a balloon carrying scientific equipment 12 miles, 20 kilometers high. The launch will not use any stratospheric aerosols. Rather, it will serve as a test to maneuver the balloon and examine communications and operational systems. If successful, this could be a step towards a second experiment stage that would release a small amount of CaCO3 dust into the atmosphere. David Keith of Applied Physics and Public Policy at Harvard University recognizes the very many real concerns, quote unquote, of geoengineering. It is true that no one knows what will happen until the CaCO3 is and then studied afterwards. Keith and fellow Scopex scientists published a paper in 2017 suggesting that the dust may actually replenish the ozone layer by reacting with ozone-destroying molecules. Further research on this and similar methods could lead to reductions in risks and improved efficacy of solar engineering methods, write the author of the paper. The exact amount of CaCO3 needed to cool the planet is unknown, and Scopex scientists similarly cannot confirm whether it is the best stratospheric aerosol for the job. Not good. I don't like this. Don't know what that is trying to play on my screen here. Hold on. There we go. Early research suggests that the substance has near ideal optical properties, quote unquote, that would allow it to absorb far less radiation than sulfate aerosols, causing significantly less stratospheric heating. Let's see. This is causing a significantly less stratospheric. This is the purpose of the experiment. Once a safe experimental amount of CaCO3 is released, okay, how do they know what's safe? Because they have no way of knowing what's safe. Okay. The balloon will fly through it, sampling atmospheric reactions and recording resulting dynamics. Frank Cooch, the project's principal investigator, does not know what the results might bring. So how do we know what is going to be safe and not safe? The perfect aerosol would not immediately tamper with stratospheric chemistry at all. Quote, the only thing it would do is scatter maximum sunlight and hence cool down the planet. Okay, yeah, or we could just block it out to where, we're not able to grow our food anymore or affect other things in the atmosphere. Okay, proponents of geoengineering have cited the global cooling effects of volcanic eruptions that result from the introduction of sulfuric ash into the atmosphere. The 1815 eruption of Mount Tambora in Indonesia resulted in the, quote, year without a summer, unquote, while the 1991 eruption of Mount Pinatubo in the Philippines lowered global average temperatures by 0.5 degrees Celsius. Deliberate introduction of similar particles could potentially counter decades of greenhouse gas emissions. A report by the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change suggests the Scopex procedure could lower global temperatures by a full 1.5 degrees Celsius for no more than a 1 to 10 billion a year. Oh, that's all, huh? Mm-hmm. Again, these temperature decreases bring with them serious risks. Freezing temperatures in 1815 led to failed crops in near famine conditions. British scientists have cited stratospheric aerosols from volcanic eruptions in Alaska and Mexico as a potential cause of drought in Africa's Sahel region. Major disruption of the global climate could bring unintended consequences, negatively impacting highly populated regions and engineering other refugee crises. And David Keith has proposed the creation of a risk pool, quote unquote, to compensate smaller nations for collateral damage caused by such tests. But such a payout might be a little comfort to those displaced by unlivable conditions. Yeah, you think? The U.S., Brazil, and Saudi Arabia blocked a 2019 UN assessment of global geoengineering plans. International cooperation will be required to assess the risk, winners and losers of any such experiment. Okay, so we're just going to experiment on maybe third world countries. So, that's plenty of a risk. I mean, that's doable. If we displace a few 100,000 people that we don't necessarily give a crap about. That's the way I look at it, how the government is. Where do they decide to choose us? Oh, these people aren't worth as much to us, so let's just go ahead and displace them. What I mean, if it's bad results, it's bad results for them, not us, right? Oh my gosh, this drives me crazy. I mean, to me, every life is precious. This is ridiculous. Almost done reading this part, guys. Considering the unknown risks attached to solar engineering, OECD members should continue in their efforts to develop economically attractive, renewable energy technology, even as it supplements such efforts with limited and careful research and experimentation. So yeah, that's what we're looking at now. No bueno, in my opinion. Oops, where am I at here? Okay. All right, I'm back on the screen. Hey, Kimmy, how are you? Yeah, I'm not too terribly excited about this. I think it's one thing if a volcano does it, that's nature. Not much you can do about that. But why would you help it along? I think that's absurd, in my opinion. Let me turn off my phone now that I can see that I'm on there. Yeah, why in the world would you intentionally? I get that there are some climate changes. I think it's happened since the beginning of history. Okay, bye MCK. There was an echo. Oh, weird. I'm sorry. I couldn't see the main screen while I was talking. Hey, Gear. Yeah, I'm not real happy about this. I think that it's not I don't think it's right to mess with it. Like I said, if volcano erupts, there's not a lot you can do about it. That's nature. But why try to mess with it, especially when you don't know how much is an acceptable amount that will not do any harm? You don't exactly know what it's going to do. I just think it's crazy. Absolutely crazy. That's just me, I guess. But anyway, so I hope everybody's been doing well. I've been on couple live chats with Gear Guide 19, my bud, last night and the night before with Mike DeLucia, who's a good friend also. Has been one of my first friends here on YouTube, both of them. So it's been really nice to catch up with them in the past little bit. So I'm trying to decide. It's so hard to do pre-made videos. Yeah, I think so too, MCK. I'm trying to decide what I'm going to do because it's hard to pre-do the videos and then put them on because it takes literally a full day, sometimes longer than that, just to upload like a 20-minute video. And so that's why I went ahead and went live. I'm just like, whoever wants to see it later can see it later. But I think it's absurd to mess with our atmosphere. I think it's such a delicate thing anyways. I don't think we should throw anything in there that we shouldn't try to help it along. I don't think in any way, shape, or form. While I don't necessarily believe that all of our, I do believe that we do play a role in affecting the atmosphere some, but I firmly believe in God, and I believe that He foresaw all of that, but I don't think we should play God and try to mess with it. You know what I mean? I believe that's up to Him, and He's created this world, and I think we should let Him deal with all of that, and us not. But that's my opinion. Anyway, let me see what Gear said. I can't. Oh yeah, they want total control. I agree, MCK. I do. I think That's right, Gary. I think that we should just let nature take its course. You know, I mean, of course, if we saw like something major happening that we could intervene, that'd be different. But I think what we see now is just normal stuff that's happened. Hey, Mario, we're talking about instead of calling it by its name, I'm going to change it up a little. You'll figure it out. Will Yates from Microhard is wanting to push, is trying to help fund this deal where they send aerosol particles into the atmosphere to see if they can stop global warming by putting having that interact with the ozone layer basically and bring down the temperature of the earth. Of course, no one can tell you they want to do a safe amount, but they've never done it before, so they don't know what a safe amount is of whatever this aerosol is they're wanting to put up there. So bye, MCK. Thanks for stopping by. It was good to see you. But yeah, I think that it would be crazy to do something like that, and just I think you're just tempting bad luck with that. Bless you, MCK. How have you been, Mario? Hope you've been doing all right. So mankind is trying to play God. No, it's never, because I mean, if you don't believe in a true God, then you don't really think that you can do wrong in a sense. I think. I think they have their theories and ideas, and by golly, just like they used to be, Earth was flat, and that was a scientific fact back then, and it's one of those things that science has always been wrong at some point, and then they learned as they went along. And I think that it's really wrong to put your faith in science. Science is not perfect. Things that they have as theory, they teach as fact. And that's what drives me absolutely nuts. Yeah, oh yeah, it is. I hadn't let up too much during the last 4 years because I knew the pendulum swung one way, and that it's going to swing back the other way. My friend said now that we have Sleepy Joe in office, I see prepping is going to pick up again. Oh, I mean, yeah, I knew it just keeps getting more extreme the more the pendulum swings, depending on which administration. And so I don't think it's good for anybody to have that much power. I honestly don't. And right now that we've already lost thousands of jobs just in the first 5 days, thousands of jobs, and now we're just going to not make people wait on the Mexico side of the border before they come, which is going to be a hardship on the U.S., those that are waiting for amnesty, seeking asylum, basically, not amnesty. So all of that's just gonna let's just let everybody in, and I have so many friends that I really love and care about that came from other countries, and fully respect, people needing to seek asylum, and my heart goes out to them. But at the same time, there's really right now there's not even enough jobs for the people in the U.S. We're hurting so badly, and now we're going to just bring in more people, and I don't see us sustaining it. So not too happy about that. But it is what it is, I guess. Oh, it makes this screen is so different than I'm used to with the old YouTube way of doing things, because this is through StreamYard, and so I don't like not being able to see the regular chat screen. I can see it on the side and I can comment. And by the way, I'm on as Prep For It now instead of Oily's Humble Home, aka the Oily Prepper. Formerly first started out as the Oily Prepper, then went to Oily's Humble Home. And I think Prep For It's my final name. I like that. Exactly. I mean, I hate it, Gear. I hate that people are displaced. I hate there are people that are being targeted because they did try to fight. They did speak up, but you know, but yeah, I mean, right now I'm concerned that we're with the way the election went, how many people feel like it's not valid results that the way it occurred. Um, Most people that I know of feel like there was ample evidence, and if there had been a jury trial there would have been ample evidence of cheating, and it I just think it's a fraud, and I'm really shocked that the outgoing president didn't do something about it, but it is what it is. I mean, he followed his legal battle. He did the legal battle with it and left it at that. So, um, it is what it is. But yeah, I'm gearing up to um, buck up on my. I've been saying it for years, but this is the year I'm going to really buck up on my gardening and canning and stuff because I just don't see this country going in a good direction. Too much division that I don't see being healed that easily. So, what, Gear? What do you think? What's the about? You want a link? You want on here? Anybody want a link? You're welcome to come on. Chat with me about this. If I can figure out how to send the link. Let me see. Copy and Facebook. Be right back. I'm going to Facebooky. Send my Gear a link in case he decides to come in. He's more than welcome. It's raining. It's cold and rainy. It feels like it could just be snowing, but it's just above that freezing point. So it's raining and I love the sound of good drizzle. We needed it so desperately. So I am happy about that. Come on, let me see. There we go. Boom. Sending out a link. It just takes forever on my computer. I don't care about the friends' birthdays. I just want to send out a link to my friend. Can you just let me do that, please? I hope this does it. We'll see. Maybe. There. Okay, what did Mario say? I know, Lord. But like I said on, I don't know if it was Gear or Mikey's channel, the people that are conservatives are going to have to learn some strategies from the left. And I hate to say that, but I think that people really need to start coming together. By the laundry fairy. So I think that, that if we don't start adopting some strategies, like really going hard against some of these companies and stuff that are taking away our rights, excuse me, like our free speech from these social media groups and stuff, I think that we're just handing over our freedoms, by not fighting against it. And I'm not saying fight with Piao Piao's freedom sticks and freedom seeds at this point, but we're going to have to start coming together better and finding a way to fight against them, because it's way out of hand. It's ridiculous. Like, if our school allows, and like, if we still have custody of my granddaughter and our school starts letting boys on the team, I'm pulling her out of school. I'm not going to have a boy going in the bathroom with my granddaughter. Not doing it. I'm just not. My heart goes out to kids that feel like they're trapped in the opposite sex body, but I think maybe that deserves some counseling and things like that. I'm not trying to be insensitive, but I don't think that's appropriate for our little kids to deal with. I think if they're biologically male, then that they need to go to a biologically male's bathroom. If they're biologically female, they need to go to a female's bathroom. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is, but it's not to commingle everybody and let biological males in the shower rooms with the girls or vice versa. I just don't think it's right. So, let me see. But yeah, so I'm working on our get home bags. I told people that the other day. Working on that and all the items. And when I get that done, I'll do a video. It might take it a while to upload, but I'll do a video on it and discuss why I chose each item. We're not generally more than 30, 40 miles from our home. For me, not being as great a health as I'd like to be, it'd probably take me longer to get home walking. On foot, say if something crazy happened, like an EMP or vehicle breakdown, or something crazy happens. But for my husband, he's in pretty excellent shape, and he'd probably cover that most of that ground in one day, at least 20 to 30 miles. But for me, it would probably take me 2 or 3 days to make that, just because of my feet and how bad my feet hurt me. So anyway, so yeah, the geoengineering, I don't like it. I don't think it's good. I don't want them messing with our whole systems. I think that somebody always pays when they do something like that, and I just don't think it's right. So anyway, just kind of wanted to get on here and talk about that. I don't like that at all. Somebody's going to end up hurt, displaced, starving if that happens. And I don't see good of it. You think you'd be a sitting duck if you had to walk 30 miles? Oh, no, you could do it. I mean, most people can walk 3 to 5 miles per hour. So if it'd be 10 miles in an hour, 3 to 10 miles in an hour. So you just have to figure it like that, see what your pace is, and go from there. But you could do it. I have no doubt. You could do it, Gear. I may have to sit and rest for a little bit, but usually once I sit, my feet are worse, so I'd probably have to keep going until I just couldn't go anymore and lay down and rest. So, or sit and rest, but you could do it, Gear. I know you can. Just say, I think I can, I think I can, I think I can. Anyway, yeah, I just wanted to get on here and touch base on that. That article, after I'm off of here and this finishes processing, which takes a while, I'll put the link to that article in here so you can read it for yourself. I read it at the beginning of this, but you may want to read more quickly or have it for reference. But yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Carrie, you're crazy. So what has everybody else been up to? Let's see, there's 4 people in here. Who was out there? Gear and Mario. MCK was, but left. And I don't know if Kimmy is still out there. Kimmy, are you still out there? Try to see who all's here. I'm nosy, people. So yeah, I'm gonna work on my bug out bag. If you have suggestions for things to go in a bug out, or not a bug out bag, a get home bag, let me know. I mean, I'm gonna try to keep it lightweight, but I want something for shelter. I've got things going for my water, so I'm thinking a tarp for shelter. It's lightweight enough, one for each person. Because I like everybody to have everything that they need in their own bags. Because if you get separated for some reason, was way up late after chat. Oh, you slept good today for once? If you, I have this one spot on my screen that's cracked and you can't see it, but I have to move the comments part. Lots of good gardening talk last night. Oh, I'm trying to figure out, you don't want treated lumber for your gardening, right? Unless like you wrap, well, even then water could seep from it, couldn't it, to get into your garden. So it'd have to be untreated. But then what do you do for your for pests that like to chew on wood, like termites and things? What do you do for that to keep them off? Because I don't want to spray a bunch of crap on my food and then eat the food. Got any suggestions? Untreated, I think you can treat it with linseed. Oh, okay. So that's safe. Yeah, that's a good idea. We have some linseed oil, I believe, still. So that will work. Neem oil would probably work too, wouldn't it? But I bet it wouldn't treat it. Maybe it wouldn't last as long. But then bugs don't like neem oil either, do they? Probably just do linseed. That will work. That will work. Oh, untreated pine, huh? I'm thinking about maybe having my hubs build me some frames out of metal that we can paint with a good oil paint. And then we can just slide the boards down into the metal frame, like have it to where the slots are up and made out of sea purlin or something. And then we could just slide the boards in there. That way they'd be easy to slide out and replace if we needed to. That way we can stake the metal part into the ground and lay our tarp down, stake the metal frame. Kind of think of a bed frame, except for stacked up a little higher, but with it being framed to where you can slide your boards in and out vertically and lay them horizontally, you know what I mean? Just slide them down in there. I'm thinking that might work. He's a genius. He can come up with stuff like that. And that way we could replace the boards easily, but it would be all set. So well, that's what I think we might do. We'll see what the cost is of doing that. People use the old tin for garden beds too. Yeah, that's a thought. That might work. I'm sure he probably knows of somewhere he can get some scrap tin, you know. Yeah, it might work too. Maybe. I'll ask him, but I definitely want to get it going and get some good things that I can. We eat a ton of green beans around here, so that would be really nice to be able to get a bunch of green beans going. If you know of ones that can really well, have a really good flavor after canning, that would be awesome. If I build a deep raised bed, can always stack the bottom with wood. Okay. Okay, that sounds like a winner. Because I definitely want to do raised beds. Want to do some good green beans that I can. Green beans and corn are the two biggest things that we eat a lot of. And corn is mainly my granddaughter's obsession. She loves corn. So I'm thinking more of maybe freezing a lot of the corn because she likes like corn on the cob. Blue Lake green bush beans. Excuse me. Okay. I'm going to write that down. I think that's one I had on my list anyways, but all right. Got it written down. All right. And so that, I want to do that. So things that can really well, I need good ideas. So I want things that will hold up in the pantry for a good while. And I'm thinking probably some black-eyed peas. We love black-eyed peas. And I love pintos. Love them, whether they're canned or whatever. I make a yummy recipe that I love. Yeah, that's true, Gear. Might be better just to, I mean, I could. I've got the room for it. But if I use that room, then it takes away from the cows out here. So probably money-wise, raising a cow and eating the beef is going to save a lot more money than the corn would, raising and processing my own corn. Maybe I can just find somebody, buy it in bulk and process it myself, make it cheaper. Which we may want to plant some corn back there, back where we want to attract some deer anyway. We may. So, and I'm trying to think of what I do want to do, like an herbs section, more medicinal than anything. And then I do want to do some garlic and onion because I use those a lot. I use them all the time. But we have such a hot climate. I don't know what does really well. Let me see. This thing drives me crazy. Oh, really? It likes to be planted in bulk, does it? I'm trying to figure out how to pack the most nutrition into the smallest spaces and what we can reap the most benefit from for the small space. Because I'm figuring probably 6 or 8 raised bed gardens, maybe 4 foot wide, 5 foot wide by 6, 8 foot long. So I know I want to do potatoes, but I'm not sure if I want to do them in containers or do them in there, like in a raised bed. I'd want it to be pretty deep if I was going to do that. So, well, I guess I'm going to get off of here. I just wanted to bring that to everyone's attention. That's kind of yeah, we have good cow compost. I can go get it right out of the field out here and out of the lot. So that's not a problem. And I want to do some melons and stuff because I like those for the summer. It just makes it so nice to have some melons. Yeah, I can go get cow compost. I have my brother-in-law up the road has chickens, so I can go get chicken manure. I have a tub that I had chicken manure in where I was raising some maters in that, but my husband put it on a little bit thick and it was still a little too strong, but it'd be perfect now because it's been sitting out there 2 years, like just kind of breaking down and stuff. So it's perfect now. So I can take a little bit of that and spread it around in all of my raised beds, and that'll be perfect. And I'll get some more so I can put it in a pile somewhere out here and start breaking down too. But yeah, we have access to a lot of that. Oh, I love melons, and I love hi gardener. I love melons, and I love the cantaloupe. I love cantaloupe. Like I'll eat half earlier in the day and then another half later. I love cantaloupe. I'm I'm a cantaloupe and watermelon fiend. Bought an orange watermelon last year from a guy. It was good. Oh, wonder what variety that was. Wonder what variety that was. That sounds yummy. I love like most kinds of melons. I'm as you can tell I'm a big girl. I like the sweet stuff. But I like the sour stuff too, like lemon and lime and stuff. I wish I had the climate to grow my own lemon and limes here. I've tried the miniature ones. It didn't matter. They just didn't do well here. So this year I'm finally should be able to get peaches off my peach tree though. So I'm excited for that. Try both for potatoes. I just saw that. I will see which one does better maybe. Maybe surprised. The first year I did it, I didn't realize you needed to let the potatoes like scab over where you cut off part of the eyes. That section of the potato. I didn't know you need to let it scab over, so I did. But now I know what I did wrong. You live and you learn, right? No, lemon and lime doesn't. I mean, if I had a greenhouse maybe, or if I could grow them in the house, but the way my house is, it faces the north instead of the south, so I just don't get that southern sun in any of the windows in the main windows in my house, and I don't have anywhere to put them. The windows are really small on the south side of the house, so I can't really get any natural sunlight in there. And as far as grow lights, well, we tried that, but it kills my eyes. So what have you been up to, Gardner? Been keeping busy? I am trying to get my garden planned out, trying to get our get home bags situated, and trying to tomorrow I've got to take my husband to the dentist. He's got to have a tooth pulled. So I got to do that, and then we have our custody on court Tuesday, that hearing for our granddaughter, so we'll see how that goes. So I may be back to caring for her full time for a while. I don't know. So we'll see. I think we all did. Well, I did. I got paint on me. Well, where is it? Right there. You can see. Let me get it. I always go the wrong direction on this. But you can see I have a gray. It's very hard to tell. But that's gray. We got my husband's feed buggy. See, I got it there too. We painted his feed buggy today. I think I just hope it goes in whatever flavor's best for my granddaughter. That's the big thing. Um, I want her to do well, and so it's whatever the Lord's will is for her. So I just have to trust that it will be whatever's her favorite. Whatever's best for her is what it will be, and I'll be at peace with it, whichever way it is. So, um, most of our concerns have been laid to rest. So I think there may be a little bit of things that still are concerning, but she's an amazing little girl, and I know that I know that God's gonna do what's best for her either way, and we'll just be here to support her, whatever it is. Thanks, I appreciate it, Gardner. We just love her, and we want what's best for her, and we just have to trust that the Lord will do what's best. So it's nice to have peace when it comes to that, you know. I wasn't there this time last year, and so it's been good to have some peace. All right, well, thank you, Gardner. I appreciate it. We kind of love her. She's our Chelsea bug. We call her Chelsea bug, and we kind of love her. She's our girl. Anyway, I guess I'm going to get off of here. Just wanted to bring that up about that article about the geoengineering stuff. Like I said, once this publishes, then I'll add that link below for anybody that didn't see it, so that you can go and look at it. But yeah, I don't like messing with our climate any. I mean, I don't think trying to stick our sticky fingers in there is going to help it any. But that's just my opinion. Anyway, God bless each of you. I love each of you. I pray for each of you, that all goes well with you, that you're at peace, and that you know that the Lord's with you. He's going to sustain us. We just put our hope and faith and trust in Him. So I'm going to get off here. God bless each of you. Love you so much. And God bless you all. Bye.